is going to be the Los Angeles Chargers facing the Atlanta Falcons. Two teams that, look like they could be working towards playoff spots, still getting that together. But I think the big difference in this game, just to get straight into it, is Justin Herbert. It's a game of matchups, okay? Justin Herbert against this Falcons defense, I expect a big game. Kirk Cousins against this Chargers defense, I expect a turnover. And I think that that's going to be the difference there. I think that as soon as the Chargers are going to be able to win the turnover battle, they'll be able to score points, keep possession of the ball. And I think that that's been the key for this Chargers team all season. And when Quentin Johnston can catch the ball, I think that they're going to be in, games with every team they play. And I think this game is going to be no different. And I expect the quarterback and the coach really to supersede the quarterback and the coach on the other side. I think Herbert and Harbaugh are the combination. They're going to be hard to beat throughout this season. So we'll see how they fare next week against the Chiefs, but I think they're going to win this week. What do you think?
My one pushback on that is DeMarco Hellams is going to be coming back for the Falcons, a safety that they lost in the preseason. I think that's going to be a big addition to that defense. In a part of the defense where they've really been struggling on getting gashed by big plays. I do like the under here at 48, just in terms of how well the Chargers defense is playing, especially up front. Being able to stop the run. We'll see. We'll see when they go up against, Bijan Robinson. I think it's kind of a forgotten part of the offense for Kirk. When things are starting to press, he does get kind of forgotten in that offense, and you may see him try to force the ball down the field. Kirk Cousins, I would say, is playing a very good season for himself. I believe he's the 11th ranked quarterback in terms of scoring at this point in the year. They have the weapons on the outside, but so does Los Angeles. And Justin Herbert, we saw him on Monday night play really, really well. I agree with you, Pat. I think it does come down to coaching at this point. I think the Los Angeles Chargers are really rolling though. But getting 2 points on the road, traveling to Georgia, across the country, noon game, 1 o'clock game, I should say, in the Eastern window. I like the Falcons here, especially if they're getting points to be able to come back, coming off the bye. Kirk gets a little rest. I know he was a little banged up with his ribs last time we saw him. It wasn't a good performance. Yeah, I like the Falcons here for a bounce back spot, but I do expect there to be points. The over-unders only at 48. I think both teams are going to be able to pick apart each other's defenses and the weaknesses on those defenses, which I think for the Chargers is going to be the run and then short, medium passes, and then for the Falcons, definitely the deep ball. I mean, that's where they've been getting gashed all year, and you have guys like Quentin Johnson. You saw Lamb McConkey play his ass off on Monday night. I mean, it'll be interesting on a short week for Los Angeles, but Harbaugh's the coach for that. I like the over here. I think there will be a decent amount of points, to at least be able to be a 27, 22, 23 game, to be able to go over that. I'm not sure on the spread. I would lean Falcons just because we're at home. Kirk coming off the bye, but it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, for me, I think the Chargers are actually a team, they take care of the games that they're supposed to take care of, but when they have to play teams that are really good, I think they struggle, but that's a separate conversation. I don't know if Atlanta has the people, I think, on the inside, like I said, to match up with the Chargers. I think they're missing a pass rush on this defensive side of the ball. Justin Herbert's been amazing. He's taken care of the ball all year long. When he runs, I think when he gains more than 19 rush yards a game. They average like 29 points a game or more. So him making the decision to use his feet, I think he's going to have a tremendous impact on this game. And then ultimately, I'm not sure how Atlanta's offensive line is going to hold up. I know they're off a bye week, but I do believe a couple of injuries. I believe Dahlman might be hurt. We'll see. Everyone should be ready to go. But ultimately, I think that they're going to struggle defensively, lack of pass rush. And I think because of that, Herbert's going to take advantage. And I got the Chargers winning this game. But yeah, I do think there's some concerns with the Chargers going forward. When they have to face really good teams going forward, they have to play, obviously, the teams in their division, Kansas City, Denver. They're going to have to play Tampa Bay. So we'll see. I think they can make the playoffs pretty easily, but moving forward, I don't know if they're going to have a lot of success against really good teams. But I'll give them a win this week.
I think just to push back on that, Christian, is just Chris Lindstrom and Jake Matthews are, two of the offensive linemen on the Falcons that are all pro guys that I think make a difference in this one. Especially when you're going to have, Bosa and Khalil Mack coming off the edge. They're bodies to catch them, and I think that's a thing that we've seen. We've watched Kirk Cousins for the past however many years when he was in Minnesota. When he has pressure, there's an issue. When he has pressure, we saw him against Denver get lit up. I don't think that the Chargers defensive line is going to be able to have the push that team like Denver did against this offensive line. It may open up holes for Bijan. It may open up holes for Kirk Cousins, be able to have more time back there. I think it comes down to a bounce back week from Kirk Cousins. They played like ass against Denver, knowing that they got the bye week coming up the next week. I just feel like it's a bounce back spot for them, especially with, I think, the momentum that they have, knowing that they know that division is within grasp for them. It's theirs to take at this point.
Yeah. No, and I think this is really a game that. Do we think that the Atlanta Falcons are going to be able to actually? Maybe it'll come down to Bijan Robinson. Maybe that's what it'll be. That's going to keep them in this game, because I don't expect it to be Kirk Cousins. We said that he's going to be coming back or recovering from that rib injury, but I do think that this Chargers defense is going to be a bad matchup for him, and I think that that's really going to be, as much as Justin Herbert's contribution against that Falcons defense, I think it's going to be equally the Chargers defense taking control against Kirk Cousins. So we will see. But yeah, I think even with the Falcons still in a pole position to get a playoff spot, I think that they'd be a good draw for almost any playoff team.
Let's look. If we look at the last 6 games in that division, Tampa Bay, it looks like Tampa Bay and Atlanta. Atlanta has the Chargers, Minnesota, Vegas, Giants, Washington, Carolina. Tampa Bay has Carolina, Vegas, Chargers, Dallas, Carolina, New Orleans. They're a game out. They're a game apart.
The way Baker Mayfield's playing right now.
Yeah, I mean,
I kind of like the Buccaneers' chances there with that schedule.
And one note to make for this game: J.K. Dobbins did get banged up on Monday.
Sprained.
So
MCL.
yeah, sprained MCL. Questionable to play this game. I don't know if he's going to. That means we'll see a lot of Gus Edwards. That may limit their ability to kind of move the ball. He was playing out of his mind. I mean, it was good to see. Good to see from a guy like J.K. Dobbins, just how well he the ball.
Look out for Kamani Vidal, rookie stud.